Everyone, it's Jennifer with DP Addiction Adventures, and this is my first live ever. And I just thought that I would see what this live is all about. So right now I'm doing Diamond Art Club's This Little Light of Mine, and I am thoroughly enjoying it. I finally gave up halfway through and decided to just start doing all by color. So just 1 second right now. I'm working on being able to see the chat if anybody comes on. So hey, hello, crafting with Mrs. Crochet and Coffee. My last video, I'm so sorry I called you Mrs. Coffee and Crochet. I got you backwards, so forgive me. Just trying to get my camera here. I don't have a way to see what you're seeing, so let's see if I can get this good without even seeing. How's that? Alright, I'm glad I can call you Mrs. Coffee. How's it going tonight? Everyone having a good weekend? Yeah? So how do you stay up so late, Mrs. Coffee? I was just starting to watch, hey Tiger, I was just starting to watch Wendy's Got Off My Meds video, and she said that she was trying to watch her 5-hour live and fell asleep in bed. And I just wanted to laugh about, I wonder how many people have slept with you. Don't ask me. I'm crazy right now. Yeah. So what's everybody doing for the weekend? Does anyone have snow? Yeah, snow, maybe so. My daughter's glad because we finally have 2 inches of snow on the ground. We live here in Michigan, and by now we have 80 or 90 inches total over the course of 3 months, and I think we've had maybe 20 inches. We've gone 30 days without snow. So it's been kind of a dreary 30 days. Oh good, Tiger, you're gonna DP. What's the genre of your current diamond painting you're working on, or are you gonna start a new one? I don't know what one I'm gonna do after this. This one just kind of spoiled me. I do know I want to do a square because I've now done 2 rounds, and although they're very nice, rounds are not my favorite. No snow in Arizona? Or I'm sorry, Australia? Yeah, does Australia get snow? Are you guys like opposite seasons? I'm sure because of the mountains and stuff, I would imagine you would get snow in some areas, but I could be wrong. Oh, hey Carly. Your first diamond painting. What diamond painting are you doing? Is it a partial, a full, a square, a round? Yeah, some parts are winter. What's your favorite part about living in Australia? Oh, the lighthouse? Yeah, I love lighthouses, Tiger. I did a set for my mother-in-law. She loves sailboats and lighthouses and goes on lighthouse tours and different things like that. What's really funny is her home, my in-laws are quite a bit older. They had my husband when they were in their mid 40s, and so they're 82 right now, and their house looks like it. And so I made these for her, and I give it to her. And the first thing, now, I love my mother-in-law. I understand her, and I give these to her, and the first thing out of her mouth was, sorry, I dropped my wax. Well, where am I going to put these? I don't have any wall space. And I just like rolled my eyes because I was thinking, oh, I put like 50 or 60 hours of work, I don't know how long, but a long time into these two paintings, and picked out frames, and half the stuff in our house I think shouldn't even be on the walls, but I'm not going to tell her that. And yeah, I just wanted to roll my eyes, but then in the end she was, you know, very thankful. And so then I asked her a couple weeks later, did you find a place to put those paintings? She's like, yeah, they're on the floor against the wall. It's like, okay, thank you. So it's the thought that counts, I guess. My mother-in-law has everything that she needs, and so it's so hard to get gifts for her. And then when you ask her what she wants, she's like, I don't need anything. And then when you don't get her anything, she's upset. So do you guys have hard to shop for people? What do you do for them? Oh, hey, Allie Crafts. I saw you sneak in here. You changed your name, so it's a little more crafty. How you doing, Allie? I never saw, Allie, if you finished your Nightmare Before Christmas pumpkin painting. Are you still working on that? Yeah, Mrs. Coffee, I figured you would crochet gifts. You're so savvy. Although with this new scratch art you're doing, you could frame those and give them away. I just finished earlier today watching your video of your tools that came in the mail. I love that black one with the two different ends. I haven't gone into scratch art yet. I'm doing like a dot to dot right now, and I was trying to do it in bed with a little light, and evidently I need to do it in bright light and glasses because I couldn't find any of the numbers. It's like, great, I'm X amount of years old and I can't even do a dot to dot, but I'm hoping it'll be fun. Oh yeah. Oh good, Allie. Are you gonna post a photo of it? How far are you? Are you at the halfway point yet? I know that was a really large diamond painting you were working on. I haven't seen any videos of you lately. Oh good, good. I'm glad you're more than halfway. So we have Monday off school and off work. So I have a 3-day weekend. So I'm hoping to finish this one and then move to a square. I have a couple squares. I ended up emailing Cherry at Huacan because I had bought 10 customs back in mid-July, and I did one of them and it was popping drills. I think you guys may have seen that. That was my Mad Hatter one, and I was not going to do that again. And so I got it out just to make sure it wasn't me, and another one started popping, so I let her know. And she's like, well, just try. And I'm like, nope, not going to do it. Oh, First Diamond Art Club. She's going to love it, Kathleen. Oh, Papa is doing diamond art, not diamond art, diamond painting. I'm never in the live chats when he's on. I always hear about him in the video to see. Now, where does he live in comparison to you? Is he back? He's back in Pennsylvania, right? And you guys are in, is it the Dakotas? You guys are? So, I had something I was going to talk about tonight, and I forget what it was. My daughter, we went out for birthday lunches, and my husband was not feeling good, so he went back to the car and was laying down in the passenger seat, and we were finishing up at the restaurant, and then we came home, and because of the snow and my husband not being too well, we go to Saturday night church, but our church streams, and so we're like, hey, you know, we'll just stay inside and we'll watch church on TV, which is really odd when you start singing worship songs and there's only you singing. It's like a solo. It's kind of like when you're singing in the car. But anyway, before, you know, as I was getting this live stream ready, she asked me if she could make herself some hot chocolate. Now, she's 11, and she has made herself hot chocolate for the last 2 or 3 years. And I was like, sure. Well, she was not paying attention and put the milk in the microwave for 3 minutes. And then put lots of chocolate in and marshmallows, and she drank the whole thing. And then started almost crying that she had a tummy ache. And, oh, Kathleen, I read 83 and thought you meant she had 83 diamond dots. I was like, I didn't even know diamond dots had 83 designs. Oh, hey, Karina. How's it going? So, evidently she kind of had spoiled the milk and drank it, and then she ended up with a tummy ache. Well, meanwhile, the computer, for some reason, did not want to live stream and kept stopping and buffering and crashing. Meanwhile, the dog, we have a bell on our back door because our dog rings the bell. Otherwise, she tries to rip the door down, trying to tell you she needs to go out. So she's ringing that bell, and then my daughter starts crying that her tummy hurts. So I have an 11-year-old crying. I have my husband in the bedroom sick. I have the dog ringing a bell, needing to go out. And I have the computer crashing, and I finally just gave up and said, Lord Jesus, I cannot do this. I will have to talk to you tomorrow. Not really talk, but, you know. So, yeah, I just was like, no rest for the weary. So, yeah. Oh, you have a tiny voice again. Oh, so good to hear. This is Coffee. It's always nice to have a voice. Was it just laryngitis? I haven't caught up on some of your streams while you were sick. The one that you posted that said that you were bored and sick. I haven't gotten to that yet. So I'm sorry, but was it just laryngitis or a cold? There's just something nasty going around right now. And I think it's because here in Michigan, our weather, at least where we live, we're in West Michigan. It's been so mild that everything is just being passed from one person to the other. This is the first time we've had the temperature in the teens for us. Most of it's been in the 30s and 40s for quite some time. And I think temperatures between 30 and 50 are probably the worst temperature range, because it's not hot, it's not cold, wear a jacket, not wear a jacket, then you get that cold drizzly rain. I told someone at work, I was like, I need sun or I need snow, because this is getting ridiculous. And I don't have SAD, which is seasonal, seasonal affect disorder. It's causes depression during the weather, but man, this West Michigan weather, I've been here since '99, so 20 years now, and I still, by mid-February, I'm like, give me the sun. I want to retire to Colorado or North Carolina someday. Those are the two states that I want to visit. Yeah, Karina, this is a it's called This Little Light of Mine, and it's Diamond Art Club. I love it. When I was doing her face at first, I was kind of worried about pixelation, but once I got 3 or 4 different colors in there, I think it turned out really good. So, yeah. But I normally start at the top and go left to right, or start at the bottom and go right to left. And then usually I then get bored halfway or 2/3 of the way through, and I just like pick the most prominent color and finish that off, and then go back through. And that's what I did here. So all of this, oops, that's taped. All of this up here is done, except for a couple little spots in here. I have to go back. But all of this part is done, and then I got to about right here and just started doing what I'm doing now. Yeah, I get bored easily and have to switch it up. I don't get bored with diamond painting, but oh, thank you, Carly and Mrs. Coffee. I appreciate it. Yeah, it is beautiful. Oh, the I Miss You, Kathleen. Which one is that one? What's kind of the premise of it? Is it the girl looking out the window? Is that what it is? It looks like it has some fantastic colors. So, yeah. Oh, so our house, during the snow, we have a big picture window in our living room, and my husband and I laugh because we sit on the couch and we can look out the big picture window. And during the winter when there's snow, our house is right on the corner of 3 streets on a curve. It's like a 3 curve area, but 3 streets come together. It's hard to explain. But our house is right on the corner. And so cars come racing through and do this like S curve and fishtail. Well, the house across the street takes up the whole lot, and when they fishtail, they'll either run up on the lawn to our neighbor to the right and almost hit this big boulder that the neighbor put there specifically so cars didn't run into their front porch, or they'll run into the wall across the street. And so yeah, the last 2 days with the snow, we've kind of had some interesting close calls watching that. So that's something new. And then our neighbor to the right of us is a single dad, and his son, I think, is like 22 or 23. And one day I came home and we live in a quaint little neighborhood that either young families live here or people come to retire. And it's like dog walking and pushing strollers and jogging. And so I come home from work and I go to pull in our driveway, and there's 3 or 4 cop cars, there's a Homeland Security car, and then all the officers are up on our neighbor's front porch about ready to use what are those called? Rambling, or those rods that knock the doors down. And I'm like, what the heck? And oh my goodness. So then I look at my phone, because I don't look at my phone while I'm driving, and there's a text from my husband. Be careful on your way home. There's like 6 officers right outside our house. And I'm like, well, surprise, surprise. And I feel really bad. Like, we try to be neighborly and talk and communicate, but they're homebodies. They don't like to talk to the neighbors. And the 22-year-old has gotten in a little bit of trouble with the law. And so we just try to be supportive, but he likes to cross in front, because our house, like I said, is on the corner. And so instead of going out to the sidewalk and crossing there, he crosses straight through our lawn. Well, he does this at 11, 12 o'clock at night, coming to and from. And our dog goes crazy. And so I'm thinking, maybe I should just go over and talk to him. And, yeah, no kidding, this is coffee. Yeah, it's strange, because our neighborhood has, like, little petty crimes, but that was just something to come home to. And part of me wants to just go and knock on the door and say to the young boy, hey, do you mind if my dog comes and sniffs you and meets you, so that when you cross my lawn, she doesn't wake me up every single night at midnight, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. But I don't know if that would be sarcastic or neighborly or what, because my dog is just trying to protect us. And I keep trying to tell Zoe, our dog, excuse me, he has lived there for 6 years. You know this guy. Let him walk in our lawn. But she is just not having it. If somebody crosses on the other side of the street, she'll just sit there and look at them. But if they're on our side of the street, she's like, don't even come near my house. So yeah, it's just, yeah, I was watching Wendy trying to train Jasmine, and then I was listening to Rachel talk about her dog and being a collie and being smart. My dog is super smart in some areas and dumber than a box of rocks in another area. I mean, she will run around the house and run into a wall. It's like, oh my gosh, did you not see that wall there? I mean, she will just run right into it. But then other times she's so wicked smart that you're like, is this the same dog that 5 minutes ago just ran into the wall? I don't know. It's crazy. Like, an example, my husband works from home, and he gets 2 15-minute breaks and an hour lunch. And so when he goes on break, he sets his timer. He goes, hey, I'm not going to say it, but it's, hey Siri, and then he'll say set timer 15 minutes or something like that. Well, when the timer goes off, our dog is in the kennel while he's working, so she's not barking. And the kennel is her, you know, home away from home. When that timer goes off, she like stands up and goes to the kennel and lays down and waits for him to close the door. And she does that for his breaks and his lunch. And I'm like, holy cow, you know, why are you that trained and that smart? Oh, chase his tail and then run. Yeah, she just discovered her tail a couple months ago. She like looked back at her butt after she passed gas and it was like, what is this? And then tried to grab it. I was like, honey, you are almost 3 years old. You've had a tail forever and you're just now discovering this. Yeah. How old is Killian, Mrs. Coffee? Did you move with him, or did you get him after you moved? How many people might have pets in? Oh, he's almost 2. Yep. I love dogs. I do like cats, but I can never own one because I'm so allergic to them. I try to be stealth when I go over to somebody's home that I've never been to before to see if they have a cat. Because if they do, I have to take allergy meds before I go. And their house can be the cleanest house in the world. And I don't even smell the cat at all. And I will walk in the door and within like 5 minutes, my eyes are swollen and I'm like crying. I ended up leading a study one time, a small group in high school. And we changed locations and met at this guy's house. And he had a cat, and oh my gosh, it was like 2 hours of torture. And that's when my mom was like, well, just take allergy meds before you go. It's like, oh mom, you're so smart. And now I look back, and now I'm that same age now that she was then. Well, close to it, within 5 or 6 years. And I'm like, oh my gosh, she was so smart. I hope I'm that smart when I'm her age. And then now I'm her, you know, her age at that point. And I'm like, am I as smart as my mom was? Like, is my daughter looking at me thinking I'm smart? Because I really hope so. But, yeah. So what do you guys want to talk about? There's 17 of us here to party. You guys all diamond painting or just sitting there staring at the screen waiting for the next great chat message? That's what I do when I watch live. I like to wait and see till someone says something funny and then I contribute. I feel like I have no... Oh, you're trying to diamond paint. Alright, I won't make you talk. Won't make you talk. The other night, I forget who I was watching live. I think I was chatting too much because I kept getting the message, you've talked too much. Give yourself a break. I'm like, oh my gosh. Oh yeah. So I'm a trauma therapist. So I work with tortured refugees when they come into the country and asylum cases. So my specialty is trauma and grief. I did work with human trafficking survivors for 10 years in domestic violence. And then now I've been at this place for 18 months. And so I do cognitive behavior therapy, which is basically your thoughts, your feelings, and your behaviors. And then off of that, I went and I've learned different models within that umbrella. So there's something called EMDR, which is like an eye movement therapy for trauma survivors. And then um, let's see. I'm about ready to learn trauma focus therapy, which is, or trauma, it's TFCBT, which stands for Trauma Focus Cognitive Behavior Therapy, which basically is just allowing someone to be able to process their trauma. And what I tell my clients, because I have to work through interpreters, Allie, I've been at this job for 18 months. I started August 2017. Previously, the human trafficking position I was at for 10 years. But I work with interpreters, and it's like cultural whiplash, because I will have a Nepali, then I will have someone, a Congolese person, and then someone from the Middle East, and then back and forth. And so, it's crazy. And trying to respect the different, like the Middle Eastern culture is so different from other cultures as far as their perspective on women and men and how they treat each other and domestic violence. And the Congolese community is different. And then I have to learn within the Congo, there's like 3 or 4 different dialects, or not dialects, tribes, and then they all hate each other. So I have to make sure I don't have, even though they all speak the same language, I don't have an interpreter from one tribe with another tribe. And so it was a huge learning curve for me. And also, they think, every culture thinks differently than we do here in Western culture. So I want to be very careful to respect the cultures. But the easy way I explain trauma is, no matter what your belief system is, we were created in our mother's womb to understand good and process good. We weren't created to process evil. And so when yeah, Mrs. Coffee, I don't speak 30 languages. Sorry about that. I was being tongue-in-cheek. I use interpreters. I can't even speak English. I'm the worst language person in the world. But yeah, I just explained that our brains cannot file when something evil has been done to us, whether it's being bullied at school, whether it's being abused emotionally or verbally or physically, whether it's, being smacked around or tortured like these individuals have, or, even a natural disaster, even though it's not evil, it's hard. The question why. Where do you file the question why and what if? We'll never be able to answer the why and what if, because there's no logic to evil. So when I talk to them, I say, this is how our brains were. So that's why these things are haunting you. That's why you're having flashbacks, why you're having nightmares, why you are triggered so easily. And so if we can process that and allow your brain to understand that negativity in your life, then when you do sleep and your brain starts that REM cycle of processing and filing away thoughts and memories, then you'll be able to file that away in time. And now you control the memory does not control you. And so that's the simplest way I can put it. And then that gives us something to go off of. Once I can get them engaged and get their buy-in, then we have a place to work with. Because if you come into my office and you're just like, why did this happen? Why did this happen? I don't have those answers. I can't even, I can kill a bug, but my heart hurts, thinking about what happens. I can't even imagine how somebody could be so swept up in evil to do the things that we as humans do to each other. So that's kind of my perspective. It's my little soapbox. And the video I just put up was about myself and self-care and how I say all these wonderful things to my clients. I help them, and then look at me. I do not listen to the monkey in the mirror. Do not pay attention. And I need to stop that. I need to self-care so that I can be full, so that I can give to others. Right? Oh, thank you, Carly. It's truly a gift to hear people's stories and have them trust me enough to open up. You know, I have trust issues myself. I've had a lot of people misuse me in my life, and it's very hard for me to trust. I am doing something. I'm just down in the corner. It's hard on this picture to show, but I'm down in this corner. I think my computer keeps freezing. I'm trying to see what I look like on the screen. So yeah, I let people know that their stories are a gift. I don't deserve to hear them, you know? But, so yep, that's what I do. That's what I do. My husband and I, if you've watched any of our videos, are in the adoption process right now. So that's been interesting. With him being sick, it's been hard because I want to get the nursery up and going, but I can't get some of the furniture. Oh, hi, Tammy. When did you sneak in? Oh, I see. Welcome. Welcome to the fun. Trying to see, okay, my computer is not showing that I've changed. So I don't know what you're seeing because my computer is showing the same. So, but yeah, so I was hoping this weekend to get the nursery cleaned out. It was my daughter's old room. We moved her upstairs, so she's got like this, without a bathroom, but it's this huge suite that she can grow into, and it's the whole length of the house. It's kind of a dream. And, oh hey, CP Bunch. How's it going? Welcome. Welcome to the neighborhood. This is where it's at. Yep, this is what I do on a Saturday night, right? No more clubbing. No more, I don't know, I was never a clubber. I told an embarrassing story. I did a series, a 3-part series on YouTube about my most embarrassing story, and one of them, if you want to go check it out, was my parents showing up at a nightclub. I had asked specific permission to go so that they wouldn't do something like that, and then they did, and I was just mortified. Oh my goodness. So I never went back to a nightclub ever again. I had opportunities, but I didn't go. So what do you guys like to do for fun besides diamond painting on a Saturday night? Anybody, like once you've tucked your kids or your husband or your parents, or once you put the dinner dishes away and you want to just let loose, what do you do that's not flagellants? Oh, yes, you much. Oh, I was not laughing then, but I can laugh at it now. Oh my goodness, I know that nightclub story. It's like burned in my memory. It is like something that I will probably remember when I have Alzheimer's someday. I'll be like, remember when my parents da 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 da. My daughter loves to listen to stories like that, which I totally get. I remember sitting in the car listening to my mom tell me stories about her childhood. Right now she's really big. She's 11. Oh, yeah, Mrs. Coffee. I did a embarrassing moment series a while back on my YouTube, and one of them was my parents showing up at a nightclub. So you'll have to go check that story out. I didn't tell it here tonight, but it is burned in my memory, and I still remember the bouncers going, we love your parents so much that we let them in free, no cover charge. And they were like yelling this across the nightclub, and everybody was looking at me. Oh my gosh, I wanted to be like 1 inch. But my daughter, she's 11, and she's really into me telling stories about her childhood. I'm like, you're still a child. She's like, no, like when I was a baby. I'm like, I've told you everything I know. I don't know anything else. Oh, thanks, Karen. This is a Diamond Art Club. It's called This Little Light of Mine. Oh, Mrs. Coffee, I think I did label it like Embarrassing Moments series. It's Drill with Me's. It was a couple months back. I know one of them was a pink theme as the thumbnail. One of them was a Mad Hatter. I can't remember what the other one is. Oh, sorry. I'll shut up. But yeah, Karen, this is Diamond Art Club. It's called This Little Light of Mine. It is round. It has 2 of the AB gems in it. And I don't know, I don't have the ability to see what you're seeing. So I'm going to slowly go down so you can see. It's a huge painting. It's 42 by 75. But I just love the different purples and blues and teals. I just really resonated with the topic too. So yeah. I know, Carly. Oh my gosh. My daughter's in 5th grade, and I keep telling her we started school. Oh, yeah, Mrs. Coffee. So we started her school as a young 5er, and I keep joking with her every year she turns a new year. I said, you're going back to young 5s. And she's like, no, I'm not, Mom. No, I'm not. And then I'm like, oh, stay with me forever. And she's like, okay, but only till I'm 18. Like, that's not forever. So, oh, but she's my buddy. Like, she is, I swear, God gave us the perfect child. She is amazing. She's so well behaved and so smart. And I'm not saying that because she's my kid. But it's just, she's a God-given gift. I'll start crying the more I talk about her. But she's amazing. She'll probably hear this soon because she signs on to her dad's YouTube account and she's subscribed to the channel so that she can watch what I say. So I have to be careful. That's one of the reasons I never swear. I mean, I don't really swear. It's not really in my character, but when I get mad, I do. But I try to be very careful what I say, because I know that little ears and eyes are watching. So yeah. But one of the stories she has me say all the time is that, oh my gosh, Karen, no way. Oh, something falls on your foot. Hey CP Bunch, did you see when Mrs. Crochet was talking about how the Huacan tweezers fell on somebody's foot? Oh. I'm like, oh my gosh. Oh, seal a diamond painting that lights up? I don't know. That is a really good question, Deborah. I don't know. So the lights, I'm wondering if you can cover the lights with like masking tape or something, and then seal it and then take that tape off of that little part, or maybe surround it in saran wrap, or what's the other, the sticky saran wrap. What's it called? Hopefully you guys know what I'm talking about. It just left my head. You're the kind that, I don't know. Anyway, I wonder if you can do that and then seal it and then take it off. That's my thoughts on it. I saw, is it GT Milk? Grace, what's her, I always forget her tag, what her name, her actual YouTube name is, but she got a light up one. Oh, they're built inside the painting and it's on a frame already. I don't know. But that's a really good question. Hey, Deborah, I wonder if we can ask, do you know Kicking Cancer's Butt? Like, she does a lot of research on things like that for us. I wonder if she would know. Let's see here. Yeah, but back to kids. It's crazy how fast they grow up. My daughter, when she was 2 or 3, like for about a year, she would say, somebody would go, "Oh, you're so cute." She's like, "I'm not cute, I'm adorable." Oh my gosh. I'm like, this is not my kid. Sometimes we'd be like, "You're so cute," just to hear her say, "I'm not cute, I'm adorable." So, crazy. So yeah, what's something crazy or fun that your kids have done? Anything you want to share? I do know, I can tell a funny story about my best friend Elizabeth and I growing up. She lived about a mile away, but it was back in the day that you could ride your bike and didn't have to worry. And, oh, German Shepherd. Does she fall off? Have you gotten a saddle? Yes. We had a black lab mixed with Great Dane, and my daughter would try to do that. All right, I'm done with 310, even though I still have a whole little container of them left. I want to do a different color, and I can, right? So, but that's so funny. My daughter used to try to ride our dog, Kaylee. May she rest in peace. Don't know. Let's go with green. We'll do green next. Let's see here. So I have a question for you guys. I know a couple of you are newbies, but what has been your favorite diamond painting you've done to date? Do you have one? I like this one, but it's not square. If this one were square, this would probably be my favorite. But What is your favorite one you have done so far? Slow and let her do it one more time. She did. Oh, Karen, please don't die. Listen to your 5-year-old granddaughter. Ah, you'll get a lollipop. Karen, you deserve a lollipop. Yes, you deserve one. Definitely. So, I don't even know where I was going. Oh, so we were in, I want to say 3rd grade or 4th grade. And my friend Elizabeth came over, and my mom has this beautiful garden, front yard and backyard. And we had this closet in my bedroom that had all of the sheets and towels. It was like a linen closet, but then one of the shelves, because we had no storage in our bathroom, and my bedroom was next to the bathroom, one of the shelves was the medicine shelf. And that had like eye drops and toothpaste and different things like that. I'm originally from Ohio, but I'm now in Michigan. I've been in Michigan since '99. So my friend Elizabeth and I decided that we were going to make our own Miracle Grow for my mom's plants. Okay, so we got a bucket. We got some water and some mud. We put a couple rocks in it. We took berries off the neighbor's bushes as the, we put a couple things of grass in it, and we were, hey Michelle, welcome. We were stirring that up, and then we're like, oh, we need the actual Miracle Grow, the secret ingredient. So we left the bowl outside, and we went upstairs to my room, and we went through the medicine shelf, and we were like, we got eye drops and toothpaste, and my mom used to do Mary Kay back when you had to mix the colors and the oils and everything. So we grabbed that. We came back down, and we're like hiding because we knew my mom would kill us. And like we're putting all this secret stuff in this Miracle Grow concoction. And then we go around and we put this concoction, this stew, on almost every single plant my mom had. And I mean, she probably spent $200 a year on her garden. It was like her prize. And let me just tell you, that was not Miracle Grow. The next day, my mom came out, and almost every single plant had died and withered. And all that was left was these like mud patties on top with grass and twigs sticking out. Oh my goodness. She was like, what the heck? We never got in trouble. I thought I had gotten away with it, but I know later, because she told me, that she knew it was us. But because we were having summer fun and we were outside, we weren't watching TV, and we weren't causing trouble around the neighborhood, she let it go. But I mean, that year, almost every one of her plants had died. So my daughter loves when I tell that story. She's like, tell the story again. I'm like, I think I've told it at least 24 times. So, yep, that's a childhood story I have. So, one of my favorites I've done so far is probably the teal, and I have it framed. Well, there's two of them. One was an Ever moment that was like an aqua with pink roses that I still have to give to my friend. And then the other one, and they're both square, the other one was one of my custom gorgeous girls. So yeah. So I haven't decided what I'm going to do after this. I need to go through them all and figure out what inspires me. I may do a poll, but I need to switch over to square because although these are great drills, I really miss my squares. Yeah, CP. I know you're addicted, so give it a couple months and then you'll have a favorite besides your first one. Did you start out with diamond dots? Oh, thanks, Carly. Did you start out CP with diamond dots, or did you get one from AliExpress, or did you do Diamond Art Club? What was your first experience like, and why are you so addicted? It's got to be because you love us, right? You just kind of, you're just doing the diamond painting so you can hang out with us cool people. I would say my first video was because I had insomnia. I was sitting around doing nothing, and it was like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, and I was like, hey, why don't I just start a YouTube video channel? And then the next day my husband woke up. It must have been like a Saturday night because the next day we weren't working. And I was like, hey, guess what? I started a YouTube channel. And he's like, what? It's like, yeah. And that's when he knew that our budget needed to allow for diamond painting. He's like, there's no going back. Because when I first got it, I got my first painting from, it's going to sound like a bad word, so don't get mad at me, but I got it from Paint with Diamonds. And it actually turned out good. I did not know. Oh, CP Bunch, you'll be fine. It's just as addicting as doing a diamond painting, because once you start talking to yourself out loud and feel how therapeutic it is to not, and then nobody talks back, you'll be hooked. Yeah, I know, Mrs. Coffee. I didn't know that Paint with Diamonds was a bad word, and so I ordered that because I had saw it off of Facebook. I got it, and actually mine turned out well. It was one of the first videos I did, shows that tree that I did that's in our bedroom. And so I didn't realize, because I had had one of the few, I guess, good experiences with Diamond Art Club that's out there, and so I didn't think anything of it. But I didn't reorder from them because they were too expensive in my mind compared to some of the ones I saw on Amazon. So then I ordered a couple from Amazon, and then I discovered AliExpress. And then watching YouTube is how I discovered Diamond Art Club. And the rest is history. I love how I get up here to put a drill down, and then nothing is left on my pen because it fell because the wax was not good. Waiting for an elephant one. Oh, yeah, I love elephants, Carly. They are my favorite animal. I think the reason is because my uncle didn't really come to visit us often, my mom's brother. And he did come, and I don't know if you guys remember this, but there was like a year or two where the big thing was gifts inside a balloon. Does that make sense? Like, it was this huge balloon, and inside would be like a car or a stuffed animal, and then it would have like that shredded paper in it. But he brought 2 of those, and one he gave to my sister that had a little teddy bear in it, and one he gave to me that had this beautiful soft gray elephant. And I named her Ellie. And that elephant has seen more laughter and more tears and more hugs and more screams than anyone else in this world. And I think that's why I fell in love with elephants. And I don't really have a collection or anything. They're just my favorite animal. And they're lifelong mates. And they live quite a while. I think 80 to 90 years. And they're so graceful. And they're so loyal. And their little elephant babies are so stinking cute. Oh my gosh. And I just since then, and so I went to Thailand several times with my previous job, and I was able to ride an elephant on one of those times there, and I loved it. Loved every minute of it. So yeah, they're just such gentle creatures. OCP, have you checked out AliExpress or have you checked out Diamond Art Club? Which one are you talking about? Diamond Art Club is definitely worth it. Oh, only 7 or 8? What do you do with your collection, Mrs. Coffee? Where do all your diamond paintings go? I know I have my portfolio. Your credit card's currently on fire. Yep, it's so funny. When I first discovered AliExpress, I think I was telling that, like, when I bought my tree from Paint with Diamonds, it ended up being, I think, $20. And I told my husband as I'm doing it, because we were watching Winter Olympics, I said, hey, I think we can afford $20 every month for me to do something therapeutic. And $20 a month did not... yeah. Anyway, so my budget's supposed to be $30 a month on anything crafting. And I think after 2 months of going off that budget, I've gotten back on it. For the most part, I haven't spent really any money in December except for the washi tape holder that I showed in one of my haul videos. And then not really anything diamond, like an actual painting. Yeah, I'm deep in therapy. Exactly. So, I think I'm up to, like, I'll have to count. I think I have 30 that I haven't done. And I'm sitting here thinking if it takes me 2 to 3 weeks for each one, and there's 52 weeks in a year, let's just say I'm an overachiever and it's one every 2 weeks, that's 26 paintings, and I have over 26. Oh, hi Wendy, welcome! I'm so glad you made it. Yeah, it was just like a, hey, my husband's in bed and I didn't want to have to upload a video. So I thought I'll just go live. So I have Mrs. Crochet and Wendy with Gone Off My Meds in the house. That means everybody, we have reached the cool kids table. Welcome. So I feel so privileged. Thank you so much. So how'd your day go, Wendy? I was watching your manatee and it took me, 20 minutes to realize that it was a video to help with ads. That's how out of it I was. I was like, what the heck? Why are there so many ads? So, yeah. So you got a couple ads in there. I watched them. It's crazy what I do when I care about somebody, right? Watching the ads. So yeah, everybody, if you don't know, go over to Gone Off My Meds, Wendy's channel, and help the girl out. We're trying to set a world record of how much money can you make if you set your YouTube on loop for ads, because we're trying to help Wendy out with some financial situation stuff, and I love that idea because I right now, like I said, the last 2 months I haven't really bought anything. We're kind of financially strapped. We're okay, but I just don't have any extra, and I'd write $1 million check if I could for Wendy, and so I will watch as many ads as humanly possible to help her out. Thank you, Mrs. Coffee. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Yeah, I wondered, Wendy, have you done any research since, you know, we're helping campaign with this ad awareness of Hurricane in home movies? I was like, what the heck? What are these manatees? Oh, hey, Jan, welcome. So, do you get more for longer ads? Like, I'm a person that has less than 1,000 subscribers, so I am not privy to this, you know, behind the scenes information. So, do you get to pick the length of your ads? Do you get to, like, is there a percentage, like, throw these in? Please, give us the inside scoop, Wendy. I'm putting you on the spot. For anyone new coming in, this is a Diamond Art Club painting. It's round. It's I think I said 42 by 75. It's got 2 AB colors in it, and it's called This Little Light of Mine. Alright, so I'm just bringing everyone up to speed, and I'm doing everything kind of hodgepodge based on the color. Oh, well, it's kind of hard not to watch the ads when I thought it was a real video. So if I had been smart enough to pick up on what you were doing, because I'm a little dense right now, I don't think I would have sat there through 20 to 30 minutes watching ads. They're not all cat food. I was just watching one. It was a Menards ad. There's like a 2-minute Menards ad about a woman making furniture. And it was so funny. It was all like this woman empowerment of she's able to weld together furniture, and furniture's unique, and she puts her name on it, and I was like, oh wow, this is a pretty passionate Menards ad. So crazy. Oh, it was a political one. Wow, Michelle, I'm so sorry. That must have been torture. A 32-minute, or was the movie or the video 32 minutes, or the ad was 32 minutes? Oh, night, Allie. Sleep well. Oh, are you going to make a chair, Mrs. Coffee? I would love to watch a video of you attempting to make a chair. You could, you know, I'm wondering if this diamond painting stuff is like our version of bedazzling. You know, back in the 80s, there was all this bedazzle everything, the jean coats, the shoes. You can glue yourself to a piece of wood. But I wonder if this is like our sophisticated version of Bedazzle. If they just have us fooled. I was thinking that the other day. Just thought I'd share. So, anyway. Oh, Wendy, I had a question for you. How's Jasmine doing on her training? Is she getting any of those treats? I think Brian broke her. You know what you could do, Mrs. Coffee? You could buy a unfinished chair and use your leftover drills and glue them on the chair and then go to a local flea market. He did. Oh, I know, right? Better, I tried the suggestion to hold the treat on the floor. It helps. Yeah, I tried that once, and my dog just went into one of those downward dog things where her butt was in the air, but her front was down, and her tail was wagging a mile a minute. Wendy, you missed it earlier. I was talking about how my dog is dumber than a box of rocks and runs into walls, but yet is super smart in other areas. So... And evidently, Mrs. Coffee's dog allows people to ride her. Bareback or saddle, Mrs. Coffee? Does Amazon have dog saddles? Oh, yeah. If you kicked it. One time, okay, I always laugh at those pictures on Facebook of people who have drills stuck to themselves. And I was in the shower. Don't worry, this is rated G. I was in the shower and I looked down. I swear I had a tick on me. I was like flipping out. And so I brought my leg up on the side of the tub and looked at it closer, and it was a brown drill. Oh gosh. Oh, you're gonna wear Jasmine out if you did that. Rolling around wet. Yep. Did she get a bath yet? I keep hearing you say you're gonna give her a bath, and then I see text going, nope, not happening. I don't know. I used to, growing up, pick up bugs left and right, but now I'm so skittish when it comes to bugs. I don't know what happened to me. It must be like this puberty gene. Like once you hit puberty, something happens. Oh good, I'm glad she got her bath.